that to be a good golden cockerel, we'd have to have good Tai Chi posture, going over the 8 elements. We first drop our shoulders. When we drop our shoulders, we find that our middle finger is to the side seam of our pants. We also felt our chest suddenly taking a dip. So it's not straight as a board, but kind of dips inward. As a result of those two things, our butt tucks under rather than protrude or stiff as a board. Our tongue is on our palate, which is a given. Our chin is not parallel to the ground, but slightly down. But our glance remains ahead, out into infinity. What did I miss now? The knees, because there's no energy generated, no movement started, it cannot be flexed. But it should be ready for action. If it's ready for action, it cannot be stiff or locked in, it has to be relaxed. And we're adhering to the danten. Our danten is 2 inches below our navel. It is our center of gravity. If we should waver to the right or left or back or front, that center of gravity is lost. So you want to make sure that it's straight up with the danten of in your head. So that cable really helps us to remind us we need to be straight up as a post. Okay? Okay, and head straight up, okay? All right. So we know that we're going to shift our weight to the left to be a golden cockerel standing on its left. So let's try that. Center, lift, up, counterbalance. Shift weight, up, center, counterbalance. Shift weight, up, counterbalance. And we're still in Tai Chi posture. And we find that when the hand goes up, the foot goes up. The hand goes up, the foot goes up. The other hand that doesn't go up pushes down like opposites, yin and yang. Center, push down. Center, up, down. Center, up, down. One more set. Center, up, down. Shift weight, center, up, down. Okay? So let me do it for you and then give you a little bit more details. We take our time, yes. But sometimes that time is, for me or for others, maybe just right, and others may be too long. But we listen to our body. If it's too long and you can't hold it, then by all means, change your position. You don't have to stretch out and overbear whatever you cannot do. So we said to center ourselves, the foot that comes up comes towards our center, just the way the hand that comes up centers ourselves. We know that the hand that does not rise pushes down, but it doesn't push down and then the other hand come up. They're simultaneous motions. Comes up, pushes down. Comes up, pushes down. We know that when I use the word hand, we are not purely thinking of hands. We're not purely thinking of hands. The way I'm using the word hands is inclusive of our core muscles and our mind. That's what drives Tai Chi movements. Okay? So remember that. Yes, you know that you have to center. Yes, you know you have to push down and bring it up. But everything generates from your core. Okay? And everybody has their own core. And what we're trying to do is build up a stronger core to keep physically fit for balance, for strength, okay? Endurance. So it doesn't happen in a few minutes, it doesn't happen in 10 lessons, but it happens over a period of time. The better we can understand our body by doing Tai Chi, the clearer we are as to how to keep ourselves fit, okay? So now we're gonna practice kicking out. Just like Golden Cockerel, we're going to have to shift our weight, and we're going to have to center. The center is here. When we center, we need to bring up the foot and the hand together. We cannot bring up the foot, then bring up the hand on purpose, okay? That's not good Tai Chi. That's not going to help you balance. But we also learned that our hands never cross. What do I mean? The hands never cross, except for here, but they come out in line with the kick. The right hand comes out with the right kick, whereas the left hand uses the counter or opposite direction. So in doing it correctly, we would do it something like this. If we did not understand that principle, we would say, follow the kick, and that's fine. This hand is not in the opposite counterbalance way. When we do our left kick, we stand, we firm down on that right. Our left hand comes up, our left foot comes up, and this is the kick out, following the kick. Okay? So I'm going to turn around and be like you, and then we're going to practice. When we practice, we try to think through what our body wants, what we want our body to do. Okay? Use your mind. Don't let it sleep. Okay? So we have an open stance. We're going to kick out. First with our left. Up right, out right. Shift weight. Center and out. Shift weight. Center and out. Last set. Okay? So every time you falter or you feel that you don't have the balance that you want, focus on your dantian. Focus on your dantian. So say you hear a screech of the cars or something loud, and it's interfering with your focus. Focus quickly on your dantian. But don't just focus when you feel you're going to fall, but always focus, but more so when you feel you're going to lose your balance, okay? Let's warm up 2 times, and then let's put our hands together. T stance, L stance, turn the hips and waist, bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, firm down, T stance, L stance, turn the hips and waist, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T, L, turn hips and waist, bow. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T, L, turn the hips and waist, bow. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, left hand 2 inches below your navel, right hand on the top, holding your Tai Chi ball. Move the Tai Chi ball on an L, turn the hips and waist, split your hands as you do a bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, firm down, hold your ball for centering. Out on an L, move that ball, expend the energy, feet and hands. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T and ball, L and ball, here it is. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, T and ball, L and ball. Here it is. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Ball and T, L and ball, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball, and pause. Okay, I'm going to turn around. You keep your ball. Keep your ball, keep your ball, keep your ball. Okay, pretty good, very good. Remember now, the parameters of the size of the ball is dependent upon you, your size, your height. 2 inches below your navel, chest level. Bring your arms together rather than apart, together, okay? Inward, so that you cannot see my elbows from the back. Once you see this is not a good Tai Chi ball. But when you cannot see it, this is the way it should be. 2 inches below your navel, 2 inches. A little further down here, but Ken had a good suggestion. If you hold your ball like this, everybody hold it wrong, like me, holding it here. Now you take a feel of your shoulders. They feel like they're raised, but once you drop the ball to the correct parameter, 2 inches below your navel, your shoulders drop with you. That is your Tai Chi posture, okay? So you want to remember that. Even though you have the correct parameters of your ball and your shoulders are raised, not good. It has to come down, has to come down. So it's often said that Tai Chi is a discipline that when you learn it, you're always in a semi-squat position. If you're in a semi-squat position, which you are when you're holding your ball because you've lowered your shoulders, you know that over time, you're going to gain more strength in your limbs, and you are going to be then centered. But if you do it stiffly like this, it's no good. It's not Tai Chi, okay? It's wrong. You've got to get your posture right.